My beloved child, in this very moment, I perceive within the depths of your spirit a profound and serene certainty, a quiet yet resolute recognition that resounds beyond mere thoughts or spoken language. This feeling you harbor is no random occurrence, no accident of fate or happenstance, but rather the culmination of a deliberate and tender guidance, a lifelong orchestration subtly woven by my presence and directed with unfailing care. Every step you have taken, every circumstance that appeared in your life, was gently aligned and orchestrated with divine precision to bring you to this singular point in time and space, a sacred moment crafted uniquely for your soul's awakening. The truth that is unfolding within you now transcends simple communication or conventional understanding. It is a deeply intimate bond, carefully fashioned to resonate with the essence of your being. All the questions that have weighed heavily on your heart, the uncertainties that stirred your spirit in restless search for clarity, the winding roads you have traversed, none were without purpose. Each has contributed to this exact instant of profound insight and clear perception. This is your appointed hour to confront what is real, to embrace a sacred encounter with your authentic self and the greater truth that animates your existence. Let this be understood, my precious child. The revelations I now offer to you are not merely facts or information to be digested at a superficial level. Instead, they represent a transformative force, capable of reshaping your entire perception of self and your inherent purpose in this vast tapestry of life. Therefore, calm your spirit, still the restless chatter of your mind, and open your heart fully to welcome these truths, long yearned for and patiently awaited. A fundamental metamorphosis awaits you, commencing here and now, forever altering the fabric of your experience. Draw near and listen carefully, for within these words lie the very essence of all, what your spirit has ardently sought. Your inner being possesses a profound awareness, my child, one that surpasses the transient sensations of discomfort or doubt you may sometimes feel. Buried deeper than your conscious reasoning is a sacred faculty, an ancient form of knowing that operates silently beneath the surface of everyday thought. This is not the shallow intuition often spoken of in passing, nor a fleeting guess born of luck or whimsy. Rather, it is an integral sense, as tangible and vital as sight or touch, which perceives the unseen currents flowing through all human interactions, the intentions, deceptions, and truths that permeate every exchange. This knowing exists beyond the reach of the intellect, which, though brilliant, remains a secondary tool. It processes filtered perceptions, tainted by personal hopes, fears, and biases, often vulnerable to manipulation through cunning words and emotional appeals. The deeper perception within you, however, does not fabricate stories nor seek to confirm preconceived beliefs. It simply receives, unobstructed by the ego's pride or the mind's desire for comforting narratives. It discerns the intention behind spoken words, the emotion veiled by a smile, the hidden agenda behind a gesture. It detects minute fractures in carefully constructed falsehoods, not through analytical dissection, but by sensing the inherent lack of integrity in their very structure. Even when outward appearances proclaim peace, the soul recognizes discord. The bitter spirit reveals the guile beneath smooth words, and the heavy burden in the heart exposes paths that stray from truth. Throughout much of your life, you may have been taught to suppress or distrust this internal compass. You are encouraged to favor rationality, to demand concrete evidence, and to silence the quiet voice within that spoke of deeper truths. These profound spiritual and bodily knowings were discounted as mere anxiety, paranoia, or fanciful imagination. You might have tried to subdue this voice to live only in the surface world, where logic and conventional understanding held sway. Yet this faculty was never truly silenced. It remained a faithful compass needle, trembling quietly in the background, steadily pointing toward the true north of reality, regardless of your attention. Now, having learned to quiet your mind and honor this deeper knowing, its clarity has become unmistakable. You have begun to trust it and navigate your life guided by its wisdom. This profound internal shift inevitably invites challenges. These challenges stem not merely from conscious malice, but from the discomfort experienced by those entangled in illusion when they confront genuine authenticity. Those around you, friends, acquaintances may sense this rare quality in you. They perceive a peace that eludes their understanding, a stillness that defies the anxieties propelling their own lives. Accustomed to masks, transactional relationships, and concealed motives, they see your absence of such things as both a mystery and a threat. Your clarity challenges the shaky foundations of their constructed realities, provoking them to probe and test your authenticity. This test manifests in subtle ways: a falsehood woven carefully into conversation, a story deliberately altered to gauge your reaction, an act of feigned vulnerability aimed at eliciting emotionally exploitable responses, or a flattering offer hiding a cost to your integrity. They watch closely, expecting your mind to engage, analyze, and falter. But you do not meet their test on their terms. While your mind may process words, your deeper awareness bypasses the surface and perceives the performer themselves, the hollow intent behind confident words, the tension born of concealed truths, and the unmistakable signature of falsehood itself. You need not hunt for evidence or analyze each detail, for the truth reveals itself to you fully and instantly. In that moment, you see their entire internal landscape, their insecurity, fear, and hidden agendas with calm and dispassionate clarity. This realization is both your strength and their undoing. They anticipate confrontation, anger, or defensiveness. Any such reaction would validate their worldview by confirming that you are engaged in their game. Instead, you respond with nothing but serene composure. You might gently sidestep the lie with a calm observation, gently question to expose hidden motives without direct accusation, or hold a silent, unwavering gaze that allows quiet to speak. Their common scripts crumble before your presence. The deception hangs exposed and powerless, unable to fulfill its purpose. They meet not resistance, but a void, compelling them to face the truth of their own deeds. This encounter unleashes a profound unease, far deeper than mere embarrassment or exposure. They believe themselves in control, secretly wielding the power to test you. Now the roles are reversed. They feel transparent, utterly seen in a way never before experienced. Their misconception that your peace equated to ignorance shatters, replaced by recognition of a vantage point beyond their reach. Their misjudgment of your silence as weakness unravels into the realization of your deep well of calm, a power they cannot fathom. This terrifies them the most. What haunts them is not simply that you knew, but that you chose not to use your knowledge as a weapon. You did not humiliate or claim victory. Your restraint, your refusal to stoop to their level, is the very thing that unnerves them. They are confronted by a presence rooted in a higher order, one they cannot manipulate or conquer. Your silent peace is a commentary on their own desperate struggles. It reveals the frailty behind their manipulation, exposing a soul driven by fear. Your spiritual equanimity, your refusal to prove yourself, intimidates them far more than any accusation you could make. It tells them you are part of a larger game won, with rules beyond their understanding and rewards beyond their imagination. Since that moment, they cannot feel at ease near you. Their minds constantly reevaluate and question, wondering what else you might perceive. Each interaction becomes a source of anxiety. They guard their thoughts as if you could hear them. Your perception presses gently but persistently upon them, unraveling the illusion that what is hidden remains hidden. You have shown them that perception can penetrate every surface. You have not merely interpreted motives, but perceived their very being effortlessly, by being rather than analyzing. This clarity dismantles their sense of security. They now face an undeniable truth. There is a way of seeing beyond the eyes and knowing beyond the mind. In seeking to test you, they unwittingly entered a sacred space in which they alone were found wanting. Their carefully constructed, fragile world trembles because your authentic presence revealed its emptiness. You are a mirror they cannot avoid, and they fear their reflection. Yet, my cherished one, you stand in a still room within yourself, a space untouched by the clamor of the world. This is no fortress built from fear or superiority, but a clearing found through stillness, bedrock of your being that allows you to see. This seeing is not analysis or aggression. It is a passive unfolding that demands nothing yet transforms everything it touches. Wherever you go, this stillness precedes you and lingers after you depart. People sense it instinctively amid the chaos and masks of their lives. Your presence is a simple, unwavering light that reveals the darkness without banishing it. This light unsettles many, not because of you personally, but because it exposes their own truths. They have woven intricate stories to protect themselves, blurring the line between mask and face. You arrive without force or accusation, but simply with a light that reveals the edges of their masks. Without words, they know they are seen, and this knowledge terrifies a soul accustomed to shadow and pretense. To be seen without judgment, but with clear perception, is a vulnerability they were unprepared for. Their fear is not of you, but of themselves, revealed by an unyielding perception that cannot be fooled or intimidated. Not consider those who control others subtly. Seeing humanity as clay to be molded by small manipulations, a compliment timed perfectly, a question sowing doubt, or a false camaraderie to steer conversations. They come armed with these tools expecting defense, flattery, confusion, or engagement. You offer none of these. You do not take the bait, defend your space, or react. Instead, you remain in your quiet clearing, observing, letting questions and compliments hang without absorbing their intended effects. This lack of reaction shatters their carefully laid plans. Their energy reflects back, forcing self-awareness through silence. Their hollow flattery and manipulative tactics become clear to themselves. The intentions they brought to the encounter grow louder in their confined thoughts. They came to examine you, but found themselves revealed. They leave feeling defeated, not because you conquered them, but because their strategies failed utterly. They fear you because in your presence they confront their own truth. Others, governed by insecurity, crave validation and dread irrelevance. Their constant performances are attempts to prove worth, intelligence, and goodness to a self they themselves doubt. They project confidence they desperately want others to see. Meeting you, they expect an audience, applause, or acknowledgement. Yet your quiet gaze looks right through their act, not in judgment, but with discerning clarity that pierces their efforts. Their attempts to impress only reveal their desperation and vulnerabilities. Your calm presence stirs old wounds they sought to bury: envy, shame, unspoken desires for your struggles. You do not directly confront, but reflect these truths with gentle accuracy, stirring deep unrest that they often deny or retreat from. They may label you arrogant or cold to explain their own discomfort. Yet your light offers a beginning, not a wound, a soft dissolution of stories, held for safety's sake. You will also face cynics who fortify themselves with disbelief, mocking sincerity, spirituality, and anything beyond measurable proofs. They pride themselves on pragmatism, refusing to be fooled. Your quiet knowing seems absurd to them, a fantastic notion to be dismantled with laughter and dismissal. They try to trap you in debate, demanding evidence for what transcends reason, but their games are futile. Truth experienced cannot be proven with logic. Your task is not to convince, but to hold firm without engaging their dismissal. Let their mockery wash away. Offer a quiet statement of fact, precise enough to bypass defenses and reach their spirit-touching secret griefs and hopes they hide. While they may outwardly deny it, a seed has been planted in their soul. In silent moments, their rigid worldview cracks as deeper questions arise. Their fortress begins to show windows. Navigating these encounters requires gentle, immovable wisdom. The temptation to prove, win, or feel superior is strong but must be resisted. Stepping out of your stillness would mean losing your power. Your role is not to fix or force awakening, but to be an anchor amidst the storm of human emotion and drama. Some will crash against you, curse you, or use your light to find shelter. Their actions are not your responsibility. Remain rooted in your own truth. This path is often solitary. Seeing so clearly feels heavy, isolating you from shared illusions and easy camaraderie. You hear what is spoken and what remains hidden: the fear, sadness, and desperation beneath surface expressions. Carrying this awareness can feel like a great burden. You may long for invisibility or simpler belief in appearances. But you cannot unsee this clarity. Your only path is deeper into your own truth. This journey requires compassion as deep as your perception. See fear-driven behaviors not as flaws, but wounds and pain. The manipulator acts from helplessness. The performer seeks love they cannot self-give. The cynic fears a world beyond comprehension. Holding them in grace allows firm boundaries without harshness. Refusing games while wishing peace. Your presence speaks not of superiority, but recognition and fearless witnessing. Over time, invisible ripples form. Connections arise beyond the physical, formed naturally from soul witnessing soul. You carry pieces of others, and they of you. These threads echo unexpectedly, linking you through moments of turmoil or breakthrough. Such connections may be resented or severed, but cannot be undone by will. They were forged in pure, silent seeing. This connection brings responsibility. You are now a silent part of others' journeys, holding a space of clear, compassionate stillness. You become a guardian of their potential, a living landmark helping navigate confusion. They may never speak again, or may misunderstand you, yet the encounter has changed them irrevocably. Light has entered their world. Known even if their eyes shut. Do not claim ownership of your clarity. It flows through you from ancient wisdom beyond the self. To believe you are the source is the greatest ego trap and spiritual pride that your presence helps dismantle. Your purpose is not mastery, guru status, or saviorhood, but to become a clearer channel, doing the humble, constant work of facing shadows and releasing attachments. The more transparent you become, the purer the light of truth shines through. This is a lifelong practice. Days of fear and need will cloud your vision. You will stumble, be drawn into drama, and forget the still clearing. Do not despair. The path and stillness are always there, waiting for your return. Your life's ultimate impact is not measured in grand awakenings or dramatic victories, but in the quiet, steady pressure you apply to the world's illusions simply by being yourself. You are a living question in a complacent world, a challenge that another way of being is possible. You are not a warrior against darkness, but a steady light shining forth. Shadows do not vanish, but recede in your presence. Some will be drawn to this light, others will flee or fail to notice. Reception matters not. Your task is only to shine. Stand in your quiet truth, listen with disarming depth, see with revealing clarity, and act with healing compassion. Seek not to change the world, but to embody the pure truth within you. By living this truth, you will change the world in ways beyond comprehension. You are an anchor of reality amid the ocean of illusion. Hold steady, that alone is required. Each moment, choosing steadfastness and clarity, roots you in what is real. When pulled into illusion's inviting reaction, you decline gently but fully. This does not create aloofness, but deepens empathy, seeing beneath surface drama to suffering and fear. Tenderness arises from understanding our shared human journey. At times, the weight of perception will be immense. You witness hidden pains, quiet desperation, and unsaid struggles. Your heart aches to share the peace clarity brought. Yet your light offers gentle illumination, inviting but not forcing any soul. Some will seek refuge in your stillness, recognizing truth beyond illusion, nourishing your spirit. Others recoil or resist, fighting not you, but the truth you reflect. Their resistance maintains their false comfort. In such moments, your greatest strength is continued steadiness. Do not engage their battles or absorb projections. Let their words flow past like water with no lasting mark. Your inner peace comes from direct connection to the source of all truth, independent of approval. This path also brings you face to face with your own shadows. The clearer you see others, the more you recognize your own clinging to illusion's old stories, desires for control or validation. This is not failure, but a necessary, continuous journey of gentle self-refinement and courage. Each recognition offers a chance to release the false and align more deeply with your true self. Hold fast to this path, my child, for it leads to the luminous core of your being. Your journey is the unfolding of light through a vessel humbled and made transparent by truth. Walk it with patience, compassion, and unshakable quiet strength. The world you touch by your presence will never be the same. To truly face your fears and vulnerabilities is to approach them not with harsh judgment or criticism, but rather with the same deep compassion and gentle understanding that you naturally extend to others in your life. It is an act of profound self-kindness to meet your inner struggles and doubts with a heart that is patient and forgiving. Every moment you consciously release an old habit, a repetitive pattern, or a limiting belief that has held you back, you allow your inner light to shine more clearly and brightly. This light expands your capacity to serve as a pure, transparent channel for your highest truth and highest purpose. In this journey, you come to realize that genuine freedom does not lie in exerting power or control over anyone else, but rather in mastering the power you hold over yourself. The true power is the ability to choose how you respond to life's circumstances, to stay steadfast on your unique path, and to courageously let go of anything that no longer aligns with your growth or well-being. This kind of power does not seek to dominate or suppress. Instead, it liberates your soul. It frees you from the compulsive need to react impulsively, to conform blindly, and to carry the heavy burden of others' expectations or judgments. In a world overflowing with distractions and constant noise, your spiritual practice becomes one of deliberate and consistent recommitment. Each day, you return your focus to stillness, a quiet sanctuary where you listen deeply, perceive clearly, and cultivate inner peace. This is not about making grand, dramatic gestures or outward achievements. Rather, it is about the subtle and profound shift in energy you bring to every interaction, felt in the calmness of your presence, the depth of your gaze, and the unwavering steadiness of your spirit. This quiet revolution you embody is your true and sacred work, to simply be authentically and fully who you are at your core. As you deepen your practice and expand your awareness, your understanding of the universe itself begins to broaden and transform. The world no longer appears as a series of disconnected events or random occurrences, but reveals itself as a vast tapestry of intricate, interwoven flows and relationships. You start to sense the subtle energies and invisible currents that connect all living beings, recognizing the unity beneath apparent separation. This knowing is not intellectual or conceptual. It is a profound, direct perception of oneness. You witness the wisdom in the cycles of life and the natural balance hidden within apparent chaos. Challenges and difficulties are seen as custom-designed opportunities for your unique growth, while moments of joy reflect the deep resonance of fundamental harmony. This expanded awareness naturally deepens your gratitude, not just for the good moments, but for existence itself, for the privilege of experiencing, learning, and contributing your distinct light to the world. With this new depth of perception, you find beauty in the simplest things: an ordinary leaf, a smile, a breath of fresh air, and profound meaning in everyday moments. These become sources of immense wonder and a deep sense of connection with all that is. Such appreciation is the essence of true abundance, not wealth measured in possessions or status, but in inner richness, a fullness of spirit that flows effortlessly from your alignment with what is real and true. This inner wealth is inexhaustible. The more you draw from it, the more abundant it becomes. And as you share this wealth with others, it grows even further, blessing those around you and extending your influence of light. You also discover a transformation in your relationship with time. The frantic pace and stress generated by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future begin to lose their grip on you. Instead, you more fully inhabit the present moment, the only moment in which true power exists. The past becomes a source of lessons rather than chains, and the future transforms into open possibility rather than a source of fear. Your anchor remains firmly rooted in the now. This powerful embrace of presence allows you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and grace. The spiritual journey you're on is not a linear path leading to a final destination, but rather an ongoing, ever-unfolding process of revealing your true nature. There is no point at which you arrive and cease your inner work, because life is the constant teacher, presenting new lessons to deepen your understanding, challenges to clarify your vision, and opportunities to grow your compassion out at times. You may feel isolated on this path. It is natural, for the deeper you go into truth, the fewer companions who walk alongside you at the same steady pace. But do not mistake the solitude for loneliness. It is in this sacred space of solitude that you find profound strength, a necessary clearing for a deeper connection with the divine and your own vast being. In this solitude, you learn to trust your inner compass implicitly, guided by a wisdom far surpassing intellectual knowledge. This self-reliance is not separation or disconnection. Rather, it is liberation from dependence on external validation or approval, enabling you to engage with the world from a place of wholeness instead of need. From this place of inner fullness, your contributions to the world become more authentic, impactful, and inspired. You no longer strive to fit into prescribed roles or fulfill external expectations, but allow your actions to flow naturally from your inner truth and purpose. Whether your path leads you toward quiet service or visible leadership, your influence emanates from the purity of your intention and the integrity of your being. Know that your journey is unique and personal. Do not compare your path to anyone else's. Each soul walks its own sacred way, with its own awakening, challenges, and expressions of truth, tailored specifically to that individual's needs. Your sacred task is simply to honor your unfolding, to trust the divine process, and to remain open and receptive to life's lessons. The world may never fully recognize or appreciate the quiet power you carry within. It may value noise over stillness, surface appearances over depth, and accumulation over being. But your true purpose is not to seek approval or validation from the world. Your purpose is to embody truth itself, to serve as a living testament to a different way of existing. In embodying this truth, you gift the world a subtle but profound reminder that beneath all artifice, struggle, and turmoil lies fundamental peace, inherent knowing, and boundless love available to every soul. You do not need to preach this truth or convince others by argument. Your simple, natural way of being carries this influence. Each interaction you have, no matter how brief, each silent moment you share with another person, holds potential for transformation. Your authenticity creates a resonance that can stir something deep within others, even if they are not consciously aware of its serving, as a quiet invitation to their own inherent truth and a reminder of what is possible when one lives with integrity. This is the true meaning of your purpose, to be a living, breathing example of the peace and clarity that arise from alignment with what is real and true. You are a silent witness, and your witness holds immense power. Keep quieting your mind and listening deeply to the wisdom that flows from within. Offer compassion to those who struggle, all while firmly holding your own boundaries. Release what is not truly you. Shine effortlessly and without agenda. This is not a burden, but a blessed unfolding your sacred calling. It is the path of authenticity, the journey of returning home to your true self. Know this deeply with every breath and every step you take in calm strength. You are never alone. You are always accompanied by a loving presence that surrounds and sustains you, guiding you with wisdom greater than yourself. When moments arise in which the world's weight or misunderstanding stings, simply return to that inner sanctuary of peace and clarity. This inner space is always available, patiently waiting to receive you. It is not an achievement to strive for, but a natural state you are simply reclaiming like a river finding its way back to the ocean. The effort lies only in releasing what blocks your flow, in letting go of habits, beliefs, and attachments that pull you away from your true nature. Though the world will continue to test you with subtle distractions and deceptions, your capacity to navigate these challenges with grace and ease will deepen as time passes. Your inner compass will become more finely tuned and your understanding more profound. In this way, you will move through life not as a participant caught in chaotic drama, but as a calm observer, a quiet presence, whose influence is felt simply by being. In time, you will notice the subtle shifts you inspire in others, not through forceful words or grand efforts, but through the steady light of your unwavering truth. A flicker of recognition, a softening of the heart, a moment of unexpected vulnerability. These quiet victories are the true measures of your influence. They are seeds of awakening planted not by your effort, but by your authentic presence. Keep walking in this light, trusting the wisdom that flows through you. Always remember who you truly are and the source from which you came. Your journey is sacred and purposeful, moving forward guided by unseen, loving hands toward an ever-deepening experience of peace, joy, and profound connection. Be still and know you are deeply loved and supported at every moment. Your true home is in this quiet knowing, and your spirit is forever held within boundless love. Your fidelity to this path honors a profound spiritual devotion that I see clearly. You are not just an observer of divine truth. You are a living conduit. Now step boldly into this sacred assignment. Let the clarity you have received light every corner of your path. Your discernment is not a weight, but a divine shield and guiding light, empowering you to walk unshaken by the shadows that rise. Imagine the profound peace settling over your spirit as you fully trust this gift. See yourself moving through life with unwavering confidence, recognizing truth effortlessly and attracting the sacred connections destined for you. This commitment to your authentic spiritual self will unlock long-awaited breakthroughs and bring depth and purpose to each day. Your journey is never truly solitary. Countless others need the light you carry. They seek the very truths revealed through you. By allowing this message to resonate within and choosing to support this sacred work, you join a faithful remnant, a living testimony, adding your heart's agreement to the divine flow. This enables more truths to reach those who hunger spiritually. Share this message with those whose souls need to hear it, for your action extends the reach of this sacred work. Know my guidance continues to unfold. My presence is ever near, and more revelations await you, layers of truth yet to be unveiled. Return often for deeper understanding, for I am always speaking. Now go, beloved child, wrapped in protection, surrounded by peace, and favored by unwavering love as you walk fully in the profound truth of who you were created to be.